Live from Raleigh, North Carolina, it is the Carolina Skyhawks and their home opener for season 22 taking on the Atlanta Swarm. Welcome into the broadcast booth, everyone. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Colin Northrup, and with me, as always, my sidekick, Rick Northrup.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the SFL.
Alongside statisticians Ike McBride and Joshua Durr, these two teams are very familiar with each other. They played 11 times previously, and both teams coming off of double-digit losses in their opening game, looking to get back to 500, Rick.
Yes, they are. It's an early important game as they try and right the ship a little bit and get themselves on the path to be playoff eligible. And Atlanta will receive, Colin.
Well, the visitors wearing their all whites, Carolina wearing their red tops with blue bottoms.
Red, white, and blue. Conjuring Uncle Sam.
3.5 point favorites is Carolina at home over under 51.5. Malone Brown to kick off, and we're underway. And this will be returned out of the end zone up the middle by number 14, Henry McGee, the rookie, up to the 25-yard line. He will go, and that'll set up situation for starting quarterback Brian Dynasty, number 3. He's going to be joined by Jason Williams at one of the halfbacks. Of course, the Hall of Famer BDG Hollywood's the other. Mitchell O'Brien's the fullback. Wide receivers include McGee, the Hall of Famer Boo Chisholm, Kay Marion, and Kyle Fenimore. Pitch out to Hollywood, breaks a tackle, and picks up 2 yards on his first carry. Stinson in on the tackle for Carolina. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Set the offensive unit here, the rest of the offensive unit as we go.
As it's 2 tight ends, and here's the give off to Jason Williams. Spent time previously with Sioux Falls. He'll set up a 3rd and 2.
A good tough run right there as he drags some defenders with him to near the line of game.
Talon Steele and Why Not Errol out are the tight ends. Carter Hollywood, Dean Falco are the offensive tackles. Sam Falco, Ethan Kyer the guards, and rookie Astro Smith is the center, number 64. He snaps it to Dynasty. Give out to Hollywood. Breaks one tackle and gets the first down before he's shouldered down by Ibari Amon England, the strong safety for Carolina. One of 2 they have on the roster, along with Chris Delro, number 20. J.C. Wallace, the rookie free safety, who was pick number 35 in the rookie draft. Skippy Curtis is the other free safety.
Skippy.
We'll get to the other players of the Carolina team as Dynasty's back to throw. Fires down the field as Fenimore for the catch the first down. Number 10 there on the reception.
Really nice early combo of some runs and then a nice mid-yardage throw over the middle. Another look at it, just finds a gap in the coverage, Colin. Good play.
Tackle made by Davidson Joseph, number 42. He's joined out there by cornerback Tristan Hatley, number 22. Siobhan Persad is outside linebacker along with Mojo McClain. Denny Stenson, number 57, is inside. We'll get to the defensive lineman after this play, which is a Hollywood handoff as he crosses the 40, and will get tackled after a pickup of 4. Up front, we have Christopher Colon, the 13th season veteran. Levon Irvine in his 9th year in the league, 4th with Carolina. The rookie May Carter, 17th overall pick, is defensive tackle. And of course, Phil Hall, he's been here forever. It's his 14th season with the Skyhawks. Dynasty back to throw, fires complete. This is open the middle, and Big Talon still rumbles close to the 20-yard line. Rick, this is an Atlanta team that drafted Chad Moore, pick 73 in the draft to back up Dynasty, and so far the throw in Hawaiian is on point. He's 2 for 2.
Another gap in the secondary over the middle, Colin. We'll keep an eye on that as the game wears on.
That's a pickup of 15 on the play. This is 1st and 10 from just short of the 20-yard line. 3 wide, Dynasty checks the line of scrimmage. Give off the Hollywood, breaks the tackle, gets up over the 20, but it'll only pick up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, Colin, but they have entered the red area, those swarmers from Atlanta.
They got split backs, 1 person out wide, 2 tight ends on the line for the Swarmers to give off to Jason Williams, and the man they call Prims gets them 1st and goal.
Yeah, simple little off-tackle dive there, and gets them into good shape, because it'll be, as you said, 1st and goal.
This is an Atlanta team that a year ago only won 3 games, finishing 3-9, so they retooled the roster a little bit. Carolina, of course, they finished 5-7 a year ago, so both these teams looking to right the ship in more ways than one, as Dynasty has to scramble, gets stuck behind one of his linemen, and he gets sacked on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal after a short loss, as number 93, Christopher Colon, came in and laid the smack it down.
Somehow, Dynasty ends up being sort of stuck behind his blocker. Colin, unable to understand. He just needed to shimmy to the right a little bit. 2nd and long.
2nd and goal for Atlanta from just past the 10-yard line. Dynasty goes down. It's sack time. That was a DB blitz on the play by number 27 for Carolina, who came flying down. Reserve defensive back Kevin Thomas, and it sets up a 3rd and goal.
Really nice play, a timely play for Carolina, making this a longer putt.
Bunch to the top for Atlanta. Dynasty back to throw. Has time, fires to the end zone, incomplete. And Sammy Steele will be on for the field goal attempt as rookie Henry McGee is looking at his hands and says, "Why didn't I catch the ball?"
Let's get another look at it here. Kind of offline, some traffic. Yeah, sort of hard. Hard to complete that play, Colin.
So Sammy Steele, who was 2 for 2 in his extra points last week, be on for his first field goal attempt of the season. This one will be a 30-yarder to try to give Atlanta the early lead. Snap, spot kick is on the way. It was leaking to the left, but it stays just inside the pole for 3 points.
That's a good opener for Atlanta. Sorry, I had my cough button on. Good opener for Atlanta. Takes the ball down and puts some points on the board. And as we talked about, both teams coming off a disappointing season 21 campaign and some early going less success than they would like. It's a good start for Atlanta.
Kickoff is down in the end zone for a touchback by Christian Baccialupi. And Matt South will come out on the field for the 1st and 10. He's the quarterback number for this Carolina team. He's joined by 2 halfbacks we'll see. Ike McBride, number 34, is the primary ball carrier, along with a new tailback. We'll get to the rest of the lineup after this play, which is a McBride handoff, and she plows ahead for a 6-yard gain. It'll be 2nd forward tackle made by Chris Henry, a.k.a. the King.
That's right. Matt South's number 10, ladies and gentlemen. I think you misspoke. You called him number 4. Please continue.
Harish Prasad is the other tailback. Katori Hanzo is the fullback. Chase Earl, Riley Quintero, Chris Curtis, the acquisition after spending time with Vancouver, is one of the other ones, along with Baccialupi, as McBride went backwards, and that sets up a very quick 3rd and 8 situation.
Wow. McBride gets him 6 and then takes away 4. More backwards running than forward progress there on that play, Colin. And McBride and the rest of the Skyhawks are not happy about that one.
Kate Palmer is the offensive tackle, Ricky Rigatoni is the guard, and Chris Cross is the other guard. As South is back to throw on his third and 8, fires down the field. Catch made by Earl. Tackle made by Moose Papano for Atlanta. And that's as good a segue as any to introduce you to the rest of the Atlanta defense.
Please do.
In addition to Moose Papano, who's one of 2 free safeties on the roster, the other being Grant Hardaway, Jeff Spicoli, and Chris Henry are the strong safeties.
I forgot Spicoli.
Jay Miraculous, Nathan Barnett, who spent time with the Sioux Falls Sparrows, and Bentley Bonner are the corners. Bonner was the 53rd overall pick in the draft. Billy Ray Valentine's the outside linebacker. Quan Shine, number 58, the Hall of Famer, along with Chris Porter, William Pattinson, and Shaw Out. Those are all outside linebackers. Very interesting setup as that pass for Quintero falls to the turf. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That was an exciting play. It looked like he was going to get sacked, found a receiver, looked like it was going to be complete. As you said, falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Leo Jefferson and Joshua Williams are the defensive tackles. Josh, of course, the brother of Jason Williams. Those two run a fine SFLM organization called the Albuquerque Adams as McBride picks up 2 to set up another 3rd and 6.
That ownership group, affectionately known, at least by me, as the Jasonian Institute. They apply their trade in the SFLM. Albuquerque, by the way, is a great town.
Got 4 wide receivers, 3 to the top. Single back is McBride. South back to throw. Fires down the field. It's intercepted. Intercepted by King Henry. And he issues the royal decree that that ball shall be mine.
Let's get another look at it here. I wonder what he was. I would just beat him to the ball, Colin. Just a great play by the King, El Rey.
Ball on the Atlanta 45-yard line.
King Henry the first.
Got an I formation, 3 wide receivers. Ryan Dynasty up under center. Man in motion is Boo Chisholm, number 80. He resets to the bottom side. Here's the give off to Hollywood, and Hollywood has been a busy guy here in the early going for Atlanta. That is already his 5th carry. He's up to 17 yards.
Indeed, Colin. He's shouldered a lot of the early burden.
Harish Prasad, the head coach, pacing up and down the sideline, a little bit nervous. Also calls the defensive plays.
Here's a tight power formation, Colin. Single man in motion.
That's air a lot.
Flipping the in motion formation.
As Dynasty back to throw, fires underneath, catch made. That's good for the first down. In fact, that is number 88, Aerolot, on the reception.
Just all kinds of time for Dynasty on that. You notice that pocket held up really well. And Carolina cannot afford to give Dynasty that much time to survey the field. Yon Gridiron.
Offset I formation. Dynasty turns, gives to Hollywood. Breaking tackles and picking up a first down. He ran right through the tackle attempt by Skippy Curtis before Mojo McClain cleaned him up, but not after pick up of about 11 yards.
Carolina defense suddenly looking a little vulnerable here in the last few plays, Colin.
They are indeed. This is a team that gave up 52 points week 1 to Tulsa, with 200 receiving yards to Gabriel Manning. Didn't force any takeaways. Had 1 turnover that game. Already have 1. As Dynasty scrambles out of the pocket, has room and slides down after pickup of 9.
Yeah, that time Dynasty doesn't make the mistake of running up the backside of one of his linemen. and gets them second and short, Colin.
2nd and 1. 2 tight ends on the field. K. Marion, the single wide receiver split out with the neon green sleeves. Here's the give to Hollywood again. Breaks the tackle. He's up over the 20, close to the 10. He's brought down. It'll be 1st and goal for Atlanta. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the Join Community button and begin your career, or just to meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to be involved. And certainly Atlanta's been getting their players involved in this football game.
look at you with the skills.
It's 1st and goal from the 10. Dynasty with a check at the line of scrimmage as we're taking under 60 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Jason Williams with the handoff, and he gets tackled at the 2. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Oh, he could taste that goal line and just couldn't quite get there. So 2nd and a yard, a light yard, let's say.
You can practically sneeze your way across to the end zone. Look how close the ball is. Here's the handoff to Hollywood, and he gets the touchdown that Williams helped get close.
Hollywood for the money shot. Doing a little posing, getting himself ready to be on social media there. Love that. Well, 2 possessions, 2 scores, Colin. The Atlanta faithful have to be very excited about what they're seeing here in the early slugging as we tick off the last few seconds of the 1st quarter.
And the crowd here at David A. Richardson Memorial is they're definitely quiet now, especially given that it's the 2nd score. 7 plays, 55 yards, taking up 2 minutes and 57 seconds off the clock, and that man scored the touchdown, PDG Hollywood.
He did. And Carolina's got some figuring to do, Colin. They, on defense, they really got to make some adjustments here quickly on the fly, and they can be helped by Carolina offense not turning the ball over and having some kind of a sustained drive.
This ball flies out of the end zone for a touchback by Steele. It'll be 1st and 10.
While they're setting up, you know, now that we've dispatched with the formalities of the introductions and all that other stuff, we have brought the Rick Meter with us tonight. Rick Meter is up and running with the staff out back in the truck, and we have Denver, the service dog, along with us, and compliments to Carolina and the overly generous buffet in the booth tonight.
It's McBride up the middle, picks up 7 to get this drive started. It'll be 2nd and 3. That's one thing that they've had difficulty on so far in this game, Rick, is not a lot of positive plays on 1st down.
Yep, and in this case, they're ahead of the sticks, you know. But yeah, getting yourself off to a poor start on the series just makes it hard to gain 1st downs and sustain drives on any consistent basis. And look what happened. They get a 1st down.
It's Harish Prasad on the carry. That'll be the last play of the quarter. 10-0, Atlanta in front, able to take advantage of Carolina's early struggles. Skyhawks still looking to respond. You're watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM News. Just a beautiful shot there. Downtown Raleigh, it's some of the buildings that you can see there. Aerial coverage of today's game provided by Dag Stoneworks. Aerial photography and videography services for real estate, events, marketing, and more. Learn more at dagstoneworks.com. There's some beautiful shots there.
Indeed, Tagstrom works does such a nice job. And here's a deep
South throws, and it's caught by Chris Curtis, number 84, working against Jay Miraculous, and the big man goes up and makes the grab. And they say white men can't jump, but that time, Rick, he certainly did.
That's right. Woody Harrelson called and wants his joke back.
We have a 1st and 10 for the Skyhawks. First real big stab down the field by South. You see the total yards there. Totally lopsided in favor of Atlanta.
Yeah, strangely lopsided for the start of the second quarter. But Carolina's looking to, make amends for their poor first quarter performance, having very few yards and giving up 10 points.
2nd and 10. That run was stuffed for no gain. South, quick drop, double coverage, incomplete. Looking for number 17, Quintero, his first target, and right now it's 3rd and 10.
Again, behind the sticks. Let's see what they've got up their sleeves.
They go 5 wide on the play. South back to throw. Has a clean pocket. Fires. Tipped in the air and incomplete. Tipped on the play by number 24 for Atlanta.
I didn't see who got a hand on it, but very opportune.
That's
for Atlanta.
That's Grant Haraway on the deflection. In Carolina, they had their moments, but are ultimately unable to sustain anything, and they will have to punt the ball away. Still in their own territory.
Well, now we're going to get a look at what kind of defensive adjustments Carolina may have as they punt back to Atlanta, as you mentioned. And, this just in. We've got a very early read from the Rick meter. The Rick meter's going advantage Atlanta. Rick meter has been unimpressed with Carolina on both sides of the ball. They say in their report, handed to us here in the booth, Tom. So advantage Atlanta.
Indeed.
Now, if you recall, the Rick meter starts at neutral. When it begins to favor one team or another, it goes to advantage. And then the next notch in the meter is probable and then book it. So, likely. Advantage, likely, and then book it. Can't even remember my own rules for my own meter. I choked down too many diesel fumes there getting the Rick meter started earlier.
Atlanta starts off 1st and 10. Give off to Hollywood, who had the touchdown from about 2 yards out. Picks up 4 on that play. And it'll be 2nd and 6 as Atlanta once again starts to drive with positive momentum.
They do. And for those of you unfamiliar with the Colin and Rick broadcast, you listen to the great call by Colin. Very serious, very good at what he does. I am unserious and not very good at what I do. And combined, I think it's sort of entertaining. I don't know. And
the people seem to like it.
See, people seem to like it. These people are too nice. So the other thing that you'll notice is you'll get vocabulary words because it's important to have a good vocabulary. We'll have cultural references.
As Dynasty is back to throw. Fires, tipped in the air, almost intercepted. Skippy Curtis was the closest man to it, but Joe McClain said, was being like Makembe Mutombo and said, no,
not today. I immediately see that ad where he's all over town saying, no. People trying to throw away their trash. He swats it away, right? And look what happened, Colin.
We got an Atlanta punt. So the Carolina defense stiffens up. They bow their necks, and let's see.
And they bottled them up at their own end. They're going to have good field position here. Woohoo!
Carolina 44-yard line, and Jeff Spicoli down there on special teams making the tackle.
I know. I love Spicoli. Danger is my business. It's like I told the guy on ABC.
Spent his previous 3 years with the Alamo City Artillery, signed by Atlanta in the offseason.
And in the offseason, Spicoli stays in shape by staying on the Pro Surfer Tour in California and Hawaii.
Fullback shifts to the other side. Here's the give to McBride. Follows her fullback that direction. Nice stiff arm, but only able to get 2 yards on the play as Barnett came up to make the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, my physics eye was expecting that great stiff arm that McBride was going to get some purchase and leverage and gain the edge, but not to be.
South back to throw, fires. has a man on the curl. That is Earl for the first down. As Carolina is once again trying to string together consistencies like that.
There we go. Nice catch. They cross the 50, which happens to be 2 quarters. You got a quarter? We haven't told the quarter lady story yet this season, but we will.
Back to throw is South. Fires down the field. Catch made. Pick up a 5.
Hey, don't look now, but that was a gutsy, confident throw by South, Colin. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah, he definitely laid his cards on the table that time, as it's 2nd and 5. Dive play up the middle. That was McBride. Picked up about a yard. It'll be 3rd and 4 for Carolina. 3rd.
Fairly on schedule here in terms of down and distance.
Indeed.
People are edging, moving to the edge of their seats here, hoping Carolina can continue this here in Carolina.
Man in motion to the bottom. South back to throw against a blitz. Fires, and the man open. It's DeSantis. He has it for the first down. Vinny DeSantis holds it in despite a wicked hit.
My cousin Vinny makes the catch.
That's
oh man.
That's against
almost got assassinated there.
That's against the Hall of Famer Shine, and impressive hands there by the big tight end number 86.
Shine knows how to lay the lumber and separate the ball from the receiver.
Here's South back to throw. Queen pocket, fires underneath, catch made for pickup of 5. That's Earl again, his 2nd catch this drive.
When you think of the passing game, Colin, you think of protection for the quarterback, and then crisp route running and open receivers. Carolina's getting the protection part of it down. I'm amazed at how tight the Swarm secondary is on the receivers.
It's McBride on the handoff. She stopped. It'll be 3rd and 2. Once again, it's manageable. Shine makes yet another tackle. Offensive coordinator for Carolina is Shan Varner. He's called a good game so far, especially on this drive.
Shan, my man. I somehow lost track of that.
And Shine is now up to 5 tackles on the ball game. 3rd and 2, split backs, 2 tight ends. South under center, turns, gives. This is McBride, and she gets the first down and some more yards. It'll be 1st and goal, just short of the 5.
You know, that's kind of a bit of a creative play, right? They give it to McBride just sort of out on ISO and let her find the right hole, the right spot. Very aware of how much she needs to get to the first down. Gets that and has some bonus yardage.
I tell you what, she definitely found number 24, Grant Hardaway, and gave him the business with a nasty charge.
Business.
It's 1st and goal. Here's the give off again. This is Prasad, and he picks up about 2 as Allen makes the tackle. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Got a little running back rotation here, showing up in the goal line package for Carolina.
Now they bring in 3 tight ends, and they keep the 2 backs there. Here's McBride again, breaks a tackle, and she's going to go in the end zone. Touchdown. She had 2 rushing touchdowns a week ago. Make that number 3 on the season, and just like that, Carolina's on the board.
Hey, nice job. And again, able to pick her way through the traffic and house that sucker. Nice job. So don't look now. This is looking much more competitive than the staff at the Rick meter was expecting just a few short plays ago.
Malone Brown on for the extra point. I tell you what, there were times that Atlanta stiffened resistance. It's not like Carolina moonwalk down the field, but I tell you what, those last couple runs by McBride, he definitely showed toughness there. 10 plays, 56 yards, 3 minutes, 51 seconds taken up on the drive. Like the game so far, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There's no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. Kickoff down to about the 2. McGee. No, that's Finnemore. Will return it up to the 24. Hollywood so far 55 rushing yards tonight and 67 last week versus Indianapolis. You definitely see the Atlanta team put a greater emphasis on getting the ball in the hands of the Hall of Famer.
That's right. You know, your stars have to be stars, right, Colin? That's one of the basics of the thing, and Hollywood's coming through so far.
Pitch out to Hollywood. It spins. Breaks a tackle before he's brought down by Davidson Joseph after pickup of 4.
Right, week to week, you want your stars to be stars, do star-like things, and then week to week, you look for a player or two to step up their game and maybe punch above their weight, and that's always that's a good formula. Not always, but that's a good formula for being a competitive team.
Give up the middle of Williams. Ooh, he's stuffed after a pickup of about 1. Shervon Persad, number 99. Carrying a big hit. We've seen some popping of the pads down there, Rick.
Neither team afraid to lay a lick on the other.
Here's Dynasty back to throw. Fires down the field. Ooh! Marion had it in her hands, but it was incomplete, and the throw in Hawaiian is disappointed with the result. Atlanta will be forced to punt.
Wow. I want to compliment myself for use of the old-timey term, lick. Laying a lick on somebody.
Atlanta 1 for 4 on 3rd down. Carolina 3 of 5.
Wow, quiet 3 for 5. That's because Atlanta kept getting first downs on 1st and 2nd down.
Earl calls the fair catch at the 34-yard, his own 34-yard line, rather. It's our first look at these redesigned Atlanta uniforms. Rick, what do you think? Is Matt South? He started 2 for 6, but he's completed his last 4 passes.
Yeah, as far as the Atlanta uniforms go, I'm a huge fan of the hexagon, honeycomb shape on the side panels. Just got to say. And I see Ike McBride giving the Rick Meter some shade. All right, Ike, let's go.
Throw over the middle, incomplete behind Quintero. It'll be 2nd and 10. Oh, we just chalk it up to broadcaster's curse.
Indeed. Well, all these comments just further inflate the delusional Rick Meter ego, which thinks that the entire SFL enterprise was organized for its glory and that teams do nothing but compete for the Rick Meter. That's totally untrue, but that's the mindset of that team. That's why they stay in a truck out in the parking lot.
Curtis makes the catch underneath, but unable to get much yak as he was stacked up behind his offensive lineman there as he ran the pattern underneath. It'll be 3rd and 8.
I think a nutrition career made out of Pop-Tarts and Mountain Dew eventually just sort of does something to your brain. But it's still advantage Atlanta.
3rd and 8. 3 for 5 on 3rd down so far is it Carolina. As Quintero motions out, now it's a 2-by-2 set. Back to throw South. Clean pocket this time. No pressure. Fires down the field. Bunches to Lupe with the catch. For the 1st down.
That's a nice catch.
As we get another look at it here, just a little in cut.
Yep. Oh, right over the head of the linebacker who was not looking back toward the line of scrimmage. What's Matt? Sorry, go ahead.
Total yards, 2nd quarter. Carolina has definitely flipped the script. They're now up to 82 yards.
Yeah.
Atlanta with just 11.
Yeah, we talked about adjustments needing to be made from Carolina, and they've done that here in the 2nd quarter.
We reached the 2-minute warning. You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music here on YouTube.
I got a question. Matt South Has he always been built like a linebacker? What's his height and weight? What do they got him listed at anyway?
Well, he's listed as 6'4", 234 pounds.
Well, yeah, that's could be very like swimmer or lumberjack shoulders on that boy.
Earl in motion to the bottom of the screen.
Interesting formation. And they
Give
run.
up to McBride, and she stopped the line of scrimmage for no gain.
I was expecting a little dipsy-do there, Bruce.
And look, Quanish Shine was in the middle of it again. It's 2nd and 10. That guy's been everywhere.
Well, here's Carolina behind the sticks, but look at this.
Harish Prasad had his best carry of the day for him so far. Picks up 6 yards, sub 3rd and 4.
You know how we were thinking that earlier Atlanta's offense was starting to really confidently move through the Carolina defense? I think the opposite's happening now here. Carolina's able to perform pretty well and confidently against the Atlanta defense.
The swing to the outside, and McBride will be stopped a yard short by miraculous timeout call.
I jinxed it. I'm so sorry, Carolina.
Timeout called. I believe that was Atlanta.
Give me a timeout, baby.
No, that was Carolina, and they had the offense on the field.
They do. They wanted
to
think about it here. Now, in the old build, this was a ritual burning of the timeout, but they snapped it.
They snapped the play on the empty backfield throw, tipped in, incomplete.
Who was the bro that was wide open, just standing there waiting for the ball?
Bacha DeLupi was wide open, but
gosh.
ultimately South didn't see him. Evidently,
I don't know.
Sean Allen was
South was locked on to that as the primary, and he had a relief valve. Not 8 yards to the right. Oh my goodness. Well, there's a turnover on downs.
Atlanta gets the ball on their own 44-yard line. As Harish Prasad, he's stunned in the chat. He wants to know what was going on.
Like Vince Lombardi famously said, what the heck is going on out there?
Man in motion is Boo Chisholm. Dynasty back to throw. Has a leap pocket. A man wide open.
Oh, no.
First down. That's Marion, and Atlanta now calls their first timeout.
Wow. They've got themselves to midfield, Colin, with a minute to go and 2 timeouts. Carolina suddenly tensing up a little bit here. What hath God wrought? Alexander Bell joining us online to watch.
Here's the throw down the middle, tipped, made, incomplete. That's Delro, number 20, clock stop, 56 seconds left. Atlanta, they've completed 4 different passes to 4 different wide receivers. He's only 4 of 8, but everybody, with the exception of McGee and Chisholm, has 1 catch to their name. And even those guys have 2 targets between the 2 of them. Dynasty fires. There's a man open.
For a first down, Colin.
Marion again. Timeout called.
Well, and everybody's suddenly getting a little antsy here in what was going to be sort of maybe a pedestrian end of the first half. And here we go. Atlanta moving themselves in position, already in position to score, already in field goal range. And even Denver, the service dog, is now up and pacing with us here in the booth.
He senses the excitement as Davidson Joseph has to scramble over.
Either that or one of us is going to have a seizure. I'm not sure.
Get Fenimore in motion. Followed by number 42, Joseph. Play clock at 3. At 2, they get it away. Dynasty throws. Catch made. And Atlanta calls their final timeout.
Interesting.
With 47 seconds left.
So it's passing the rest of the way because they're going to need a stop clock to attempt the field goal now, Colin. Having used all of their TOs, baby.
2 receivers to the top, single back. Dynasty back to throw. Has a man open. It's caught. That is Fenimore, and they have to hurry because he was tackled in the field of play.
Oh, they're not spiking it.
Thrown in the end zone, tipped in, incomplete.
Oh, my goodness.
Looking for K. Marion, but Skippy Carter says, not so fast, my friend.
Skippy. Yeah, that was a dicey throw, Colin. What were there, like 3, maybe 4 quadruple coverage there? Dynasty taking a chance. So you say there's a chance.
4 wide, Fenimore. Resets to the other side. Dynasty throws underneath.
Oh no, he can't do
Bates,
that.
Allen still, but he didn't get out of bounds. He didn't get out of bounds. It's 3rd and goal.
I suppose they can run a play, and they do.
They do. Throw to the end zone, tipped in, incomplete.
Oh.
Looking for Fenimore in the end zone, and they'll be forced to settle for 3 points as the clock is stopped at 19 seconds.
Can you imagine if they'd had a turnover there? Yikes.
Yikes indeed. This is going to be a 22-yarder.
Hey, by the way, I noticed every kick so far is sort of leaked to the left for both kickers. Let's see what happens here.
Snap spot.
That one's a good one.
Right down the middle. 9 plays, 51 yards in just under 50 seconds. Sammy Steele, his 2nd field goal make of this first half.
Well, is Carolina going to look back and on that decision to go for it on 4th down, which, you know, probably was the right decision, but maybe electing to give Atlanta a little bit longer field if possible. Obviously, may have been the better choice.
Earl returns from the 2, couple of spins, and he's brought down at the 29-yard line. Looked like he had an opening there. Carolina will take the ball with 9 seconds. Refresh my memory. Who had the ball first?
I believe Atlanta went down and scored on the opening possession of the game, so it should be Carolina receiving.
I expect them to be content.
And they're not going to kneel this out. They're going to let it play.
This will be an Ike McBride handoff, and Ike will get tackled after 5 yards, and that'll be the end of the first half of play. 13-7 our halftime score. Been entertaining in a lot of different ways, Rick.
Yeah, it's all Atlanta in the first quarter, and Carolina comes back and pretty much controls the second quarter, except for that failed 4th down attempt with under 2 minutes to go. It was under 2 minutes, right? Atlanta is able to go and add a field goal to their total. 13-7 at halftime here in Carolina, Colin.
As you see the statistics scrolling across the bottom of the ticker, South 9 of 15, McBride only 11 carries that first half. Earl, the leading receiver for Carolina, 3 grabs, 32 yards. And of course, the man with the 1 touchdown to give Swarm a bit of cushion, DDG Hollywood, has been the key player.
Yeah, I will say, Colin, I know what was McBride, 11 carries for 30 yards maybe. It seems like many of those carries, she's a threat to break something open. And to my eyes anyway, let's keep an eye on that here as we get underway in the second half. Always glad to be right. Carolina does get the ball.
Sammy Steele kicks off. This is going to be fielded deep by Bachazalupi, who gets tackled at the Carolina 24-yard line. Slim Scotty in the chat asking some questions. Welcome. This is
yes, it's the 22nd season of the Simulation Football League.
This is the it is the computer playing against itself, but it is human input.
Right, it uses actual players, actual people concrete players on the field, and there is a playbook that's built on both offense and defense. And it's exploding in participation and viewership. Thanks for tuning in.
McBride takes the dump handoff, loses a guard. Allen on the tackle. With loss of 1, it'll be 2nd and 11.
So let's see if Carolina can continue some of the success from the second quarter, Colin. Here they go, I formation. 2 split out to the left. Motioning a man across the formation. Nobody reacts on defense. Let's see what Matt South's going to do.
That probably indicates zone to the quarterback. He's got Quintero on the drag. It'll leave 3rd and 5.
Not bad. Not bad. You're exactly right. And that also tells the receivers they need to locate a spot in the zone coverage in their routes. Big cushion.
3rd and 5.
Big cushion at the bottom. Long count here. Slow developing play.
Blackhawk gets 7 to get it away. Matt South down the field, and a man open. It's Chris Curtis, and he's way close to being knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line. And the man they call Ghost pulled the disappearing act that time on the rest of the defense.
Yeah, you could see Matt South was taking his time to figure out exactly where the advantage might be, and he finds it in Chris Curtis down the sideline. Chris Curtis, also the official voice of the league. You'll hear him later. Wow.
King Henry in the chat.
Yeah.
That was a play of some.
What? What? Can you
that
read?
Was a deep pass down the field, probably the longest.
There's another completion.
As Quintero gets it, 1st down for Carolina.
Nice right down the middle.
Right over the hands of the defensive back. As you see the numbers for South, he does have the 1 interception, but his last 2 throws have been big leak for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that 1 interception was just a great play by the defender, and we got a 1st and goal, Colin.
There's Siobhan Prasad doing something in the run game.
I love it.
His best run of the day sets Carolina up at a 1st and goal.
Wow. Carolina suddenly with a chance to take the lead on the opening possession of the second half.
Split backs.
Showing a little power here, right? Am I wrong?
Here is the throw. South. Oh, he threw a pick right to Jay Miraculous, who got tackled at the 4-yard line. Oh, my goodness.
I'm not sure what happened. That had to be receiver and quarterback not on the same page, because it didn't seem like there was a receiver around. He was going.
It's going to Bachachalubi, but
yeah,
Quintero was open.
Yeah. You know, that's one of those for you boys and girls that are thinking about playing quarterback or play quarterback and want to elevate your game. Sometimes you just throw a little rainbow over there. He was wide open. Just arc it over everybody. Instead, they throw the dart, and the low trajectory allows it to be picked off. Very disappointing for Carolina here, Colin. Let's see if Atlanta can grab some momentum now.
Play clock at 2. Draw play up the middle. Hollywood will get 3 yards.
Not a bad little call there. The sort of the modified Statue of Liberty. as Dynasty is sprinting back in a drop, in what looks like a deep drop for all intents and purposes, and along the way, having to stick it in the breadbasket there of the running back.
All right, it's a 2nd and 7, split back formation. Give up to Justin Williams, and Justin falls over a defender close to the first down. And for the first time this evening, let's go to Cameron Irvine for a game break.
Thank you, Colin. Charleston hosting Jacksonville tonight, and Nick Hoagland's got a couple of first-half touchdowns. The Predators lead 14-0, but the Kings have a first-and-goal situation late in the second quarter. Back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Cam.
As Hollywood breaks away, he's up over the 30, close to the 35 on 3rd and inches. And he's feeling his oats.
Yeah. Yeah, small technical business here for the league office. I think the messaging is going to be better for us on the game breaks. The audio's not coming through very clear from headquarters. So there you go. We don't want to miss out on any game breaks, and the impeccable Cameron Irvine. Impeccably dressed Cameron Irvine.
Indeed, he is. As Williams gets tackled on the line of scrimmage for no gain.
I've never not seen Cam Irvine in SFL gear. The man is true.
True loyalist.
Gonna represent.
Throw, Dynasty pumps.
Uh-oh.
He takes off on the scramble, has a first down, doesn't slide.
Yeah.
But still picks up about 12 yards.
Hey, a Dynasty. I ain't gonna slide. You're gonna tackle me. I love it.
He pumped and he saw nothing open and he just took off.
Look at him toting the ball like it's a sandwich or something. Sort of in his open hand, swinging it like he's running a sprint. Love it.
Forget a sandwich. He was carrying it like it was a baguette bread.
Like a baguette.
As Hollywood gets the carry, picks up 2 yards.
Well, not everybody's as fancy as you, Colin, eating baguettes and croissants.
And it'll be 2nd and 8.
Hoity-toity. Get out of my face with that. Hey, don't shake your fist at me.
13 carries, 73 yards, 60 after initial contact. That's just amazing as Williams is in the backfield. Dynasty, oh, Kyle Fenimore showing off the fancy hands. And that's got to be designated as our nice hands catch the game. Brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it. SFL 4K23 as he shows off the extension.
Yes, he does. That was a nice catch, and the Retroid's a cool deal. By the way, if you don't have one and you're interested in having your own games in your own hand, check it out.
Throw down the middle, incomplete too tall for Talon Steele.
Fortunately, the 10-yard line had bad hands and couldn't pick that one up.
Second and 10, Dynasty. He's definitely feeling his swagger now. He's 10 of 17, 115 yards.
Another pass.
As this throw is complete to Marion, and she has the first down. Falling on top of the defender. That is Ingen.
Hey, to add 2 things, right? A, how did Dynasty have time, able to find that and then deliver it? And B, what a catch.
1st and 10. 3 wide.
Well, as Atlanta is trying to enter the red area, the Rick meter is smiling again.
Oh, it's incomplete. Looking for Fenimore, covered by Hatley.
You know, this is interesting, Colin. Both offenses and defenses are starting to trade hands here a little bit as both sides, both units are making plays.
Indeed they are. 2nd and 10. Ball is at the 25-yard line. Thank you.
2-5.
Dynasty back to throw. Ooh. Down the field. Catch made by Marion, and she's in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Wow. 2 great catches in a row there for Marion. The DB got caught out of position a little bit and had to go for the pick or the knockdown, Colin, and not being able to execute that or make that play. Watch this. Whoops. DB's coming from behind.
Marion showing why she was a all-star selection a season ago.
Hey now, you're an all-star.
That was her 2nd such selection. She had spent in 6 years with the Sparrow organization.
Was that an African or European Sparrow? Oh my gosh, so many cultural references. Nobody, and I mean nobody, comes into our house and pushes us around. I mean, nobody picks up on these things.
11 plays, 96-yard drive.
Rudy.
20-7 our score. And if you are the Skyhawks, the hole just got a little bit deeper.
It's a hole, but it's not too bad. You know, it's just 13 points, right? So it's a score and a stop and another score. It's okay. And Carolina's offense has now shown a spark, and their defense is up to their game as well. So let's see what the rest of this game will bring us, Colin. And there's a little swing pass.
Throw.
Person to beat.
Catch made. A 1-yard gain by McBride on the swing. King Henry on the tackle. It's a 2nd and 9 situation.
2nd and 9er.
Split backs, 2 receivers to the top. Matt South back to throw. Fires down the field on a man. Wide open, it's Curtis. And he gets tackled at about the 45-yard line. It'll be 1st down, Carolina, as once again the Ghost finds an opening.
The galloping Ghost. Look at that. He's got to do the spin move, locate the ball, and then continue to matriculate down the field. Curtis having a couple of nice plays here as we get ourselves near the end of the 3rd quarter.
2:43 and counting. Curtis in motion. He's been the most impactful wide receiver for the Skyhawks. They're down a couple of scores. They need some big plays like that. And Ike McBride muscling her way, and she's down. We got an injury on the field, and it's Moose Papineau, the Moose.
The Moose is not loose. Here comes the trainer.
Oh, you just hate to see it.
Indeed.
There's a pickup of 3 on the play. Let's see if Carolina will take advantage of now suddenly a very prominent hole in the secondary. We have a 2nd and 7 situation. Split backs give off to McBride, and she will muscle her way forward for 2. Take another look at our team stats. It's a little bit closer now than last time we checked in. Still advantage in Atlanta, and most of that advantage has come courtesy of a rushing combined department that's brought up 126 yards. The South back to throw, fires, sends the man open. It's Earl, catches it at about the 35-yard line. Catch made, miraculous. Combining it on the tackle. As you see the pass distribution for South, he's definitely favored the left side. But he's also made a fair bit amount of damage down the middle of the field. South again back to throw, fires! Incomplete but a flag. Our first penalty flag of the ball game. Had no flags in the first half. It'll be defensive pass interference called on the swarm, and it's the Hall of Fame linebacker trying to cover receiver. Ball will be moved to the Atlanta 28-yard line. We just got a defensive pass interference call, Rick.
Yeah. I see. So Carolina now in good shape here, Colin, to try and reduce the deficit. Their deficit reduction plan.
Here's McBride, carries the defender forward.
Rolling over the defender for an extra yard and a half.
To make it a 2nd and 2 situation. This is now a critical inflection point in the game, I would think, with the score being the way it is.
I believe you're right, and I think obviously the objective of the game is to score points, but important here, and I think it's important for Carolina to get 7. I mean, they'll take 3, but
Arish Prasad stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
7, if they can score a touchdown, that makes it a 1-possession game. Field goal still keeps it a 2-possession. 2. Maybe I should have yelled 2.
It's a 3rd and 2 situation. South. Give off to McBride. She's stopped for a loss.
Were you excited about that play, Colin? Well, yes, I was.
It's going to be a 37-yard field goal attempt by Malone Brown. Try and cut this to a 2-score game as my colleague Sarah just throws it back in down the middle. As it's now 20-10 with 20 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ball caught from the 5, returned up the middle, and ball down at the 27 by Henry McGee. Atlanta now still a multi-score game. Billy Ray Valentine on the tackle. We have 1st and 10 at the Atlanta 27-yard line. High formation. Give up the middle. Hollywood rumbling his way, picks up about 4. And we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. That's final play there.
Right. And Carolina gets that field goal. So a 10-point differential. It at least becomes a field goal and a touchdown.
20-10 score.
The Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Thank you, Chris Curtis.
The ghost. The ghost with the most. All right, 1 quarter to rule them all. Carolina is down by 10. Atlanta has a 10-point advantage. Rick Meter is advantage Carolina, but advantage Atlanta. I believe we'll get an update from that as we progress here into the early part of the 4th quarter. And there's a 3rd and 6.
As we start this 4th quarter, APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore the library and find the perfect tracks for your project, visit apmmusic.com.
Oh, no. 4th and 6, Colin. It looked like it was a lot closer than that.
Atlanta now 1 of 6 on 3rd down. Carolina 6 of 10. Usually those stats in this kind of score game are reversed, but
yeah, like I said, I think earlier in the game, Atlanta was getting their first downs via 1st and 2nd down plays. But yeah, they're the 3rd downs they've faced. Carolina's been good in defending them. And this is what they need. It's in the 4th quarter, you start counting possessions, and it's 2. It's 2 for Carolina, assuming no special teams or defensive score for Carolina. So we continue to sort of be at that hinge point, Colin, I believe.
indeed we are still. As it's 1st and 10 ball on the Carolina Skyhawk 38-yard line. 9:24 to go in this game. And Matt South. He's been efficient. He's 17 of 24. He has those 2 interceptions to his name, but has made some good throws as McBride picks up about 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3. Have you ever wanted to be a play-by-play or analyst broadcaster? The SFL is looking for passionate. We are looking for passionate SFL participants or viewers like you. To join the team for this Major League season, please visit simulationfl.net/broadcasting for more details on how you can get involved and get your voice on a call like me and my partner here.
Do it.
Harish Prasad gets the 1st down.
Speaking of doing it, look at Prasad.
No, I tell you.
Gets an attaboy on his way back to the huddle there from a teammate.
He's only 6 carries with 24 yards. Good solid 4 yards a carry. Average former wide receiver for most of his tenure. As throws it out to McBride. McBride has all kinds of room. Picks up a block from Earl and picks up about
8 yards.
8 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Well, Atlanta trying to stem the tide here of the rejuvenated Carolina offense compared to the 1st quarter anyway.
2nd and 2. Here's a dive up the middle. Harish gets hung up behind his lineman. Still manages to get a yard, but it's 3rd and 1 this time as Leo Jefferson leads the way for the Atlanta defenders.
I'll remind everybody, Carolina came into this game favored. They were giving 3.5 points. Also, the wagering public expected maybe a little higher scoring game, or maybe there's some more in the tank here. We're only at 30. The over-under is 51.5, Colin. Obviously, Carolina wants to at least get 10 more on the board to get to 40.
Here's a dive out the middle, and the lady they call the Shamir picks up the 1st down. Clutch play there by number 34.
Indeed, and it continues with both teams with either their own offensive or defensive units throwing some haymakers here and there. And right now, Carolina's getting the better of Atlanta.
Here they line up in the empty set. Vince DeSantis in motion, has the 1 catch for 13 yards.
They might have 5 or 6 guys in the pattern.
Here they throw, and it's almost intercepted by Aquinas Shine. Oh, man.
Oh, Matt South just about picked up his 3rd interception, Colin. I mean, he's got a 71% completion rate going right now, or thereabouts, and does not want to complete anymore to the white jerseys.
He's up over 200 yards unofficially at the moment. 2nd and 10, Curtis in motion. South swings it out. McBride. Tackle that to pick up a 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Not a bad little sort of functional running play, right? McBride was lined up at the top of the I formation and swings out into the pattern. A little less wear and tear on the body. Pick up 5 yards rather than muscling through the line every time.
They get 3 wide out of a split backfield. Pressure coming. Harish Prasad picks up the 1st down.
Wow, look at that. Mr. Wide Receiver. What's his height and weight? What's he listed at there for the RB?
RB2? He's 6'4", 200 pounds.
Yeah, he's playing at his receiver weight.
Here's McBride on the carry. Nice stiff arm, but ooh, she got popped real good after pick up a 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
We'll look for Prasad to add some muscle to that frame here as we go through the season.
Especially if they're going to give him any more type carries. Look at the total yards in the second half.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Atlanta's just barely over 100. Carolina marching toward 200 is.
You know, yeah, but for the 200 yards, all they have is, what, 3 points to show for it. Colin, that's part of the problem. There's your problem.
Here's another 3rd and 2. They've been in a lot of these makeable situations. South. Sets, gives to McBride, 1st down, and just a little bit more.
Yeah, McBride, instead of going low and powering through, goes high with a little bit of a swim move through the line. Knows she's only got to pick up a little bit, a couple of yards to get that 1st down. Smart. Again, I'm continuing to be impressed with the smart football IQ that we see out of McBride, Colin.
Clock ticking under 5 minutes. Harish Prasad breaks the tackle on the backfield, but it's stopped on the line for no gain. Forward progress, they say.
Yeah, kind of runs into a wall there, gets shoved backwards. Well defended by the Swarm. See them trying to set up their blocking scheme there for the Skyhawks, Colin.
It'll be 2nd and 10. As we're now under 5 minutes to go. Matt South back to throw. Has to fade away a little bit further to the end zone. Touchdown. Quinton the catch. Over behind 2 defenders. And the Skyhawks are an extra point away from making this a 1-score game.
Well, a field goal game. Yeah, not just any 1 score. Critical extra point here. As you start game planning, doing some game theory for the rest of this contest, Colin. 4:38. The Carolina defense is already getting ready on the sideline to try and put up a solid stand.
And for South, that's his 1st touchdown pass of this season. He had 16 last year.
Another one just tucked in the left, inside the left upright, Colin.
Riley Quintero led Carolina with 6 receiving touchdowns a year ago. 4:38. You get a kickoff set.
Well, here we go. Rick Meter's holding with their advantage, Atlanta.
And they elect to kick it deep.
Yeah, I think that's the right play.
As Finnemore up the middle has room, and he'll get knocked down at the Atlanta 35.
Probably gave up more yards on that return than they wanted to. This is the equivalent of a team in baseball that scores a boatload of runs in their half of the inning. You know, maybe takes a 4, 5, 6 run lead, and then they come out and that team's pitcher proceeds to give up 3 or 4 or 5 runs in the next inning, right? It's like, all right, we got it to within a field goal. We need to hold them, get a punt, get the ball back, do it again, right? And they allow they allow the return out to 35, which is a pretty good field position.
4:32 left. Give to Hollywood. He's stopped for minimal gain, and someone down there is hurt. That's Mojo McClain. You hate to see it. And he's had a great game today.
He has.
Number 90 there.
While we're watching his agony on the field, we'll talk about how this advantage is on the not the Rick Meter advantage, but the on-field advantage is for the Skyhawk defense, because they know that Atlanta wants to kill as much time as possible, and that means more of a running bias than a passing attack.
2nd and 8. Hollywood still the back. They'll throw, but it's incomplete to Marion.
And that plays to the advantage of Carolina. Stopping the clock, 3rd and long.
3rd and 8.
Now, I don't get paid the big bucks like these guys do, but to me, I would have run the ball, even picking up 2 or 3 yards. It'd be 3rd and 6, 3rd and 4, something like that. And then maybe it's a makeable running play, but now they have to throw.
Head coach Chris Porter. Let's see what he dial up here. You got to be careful either way.
Only 3-man rush. What's Carolina doing?
Throw down the field, man open. Hits Booches him for the first down.
One of the least surprising things ever, noticing that there's just a 3-man rush from Carolina, that Dynasty completes a pass to Booches. I think that's like option 1A. For Atlanta, disappointed in Carolina's defensive call right there. I'll check the chat in a minute. I'm sure Prasad and everybody else might be a little upset about that.
Here's Steele in motion. He'll reset. Dynasty quick drop again. One-handed catch by Fenimore, and it gets him 7 yards.
That's like a retro good hands catch of the game right there. Just see that? Just stuck that big paw out there, and it glued itself on. Unbelievable.
See the numbers there for Dynasty. Is the 1 touchdown. He's been pretty efficient.
No turnovers.
Spread the ball around quite a bit.
They continue to go with that heavy line.
And it's Williams.
It's first down.
No, it's Hollywood for the first down. 3:15 and counting. Now this is when you start to get a little bit nervous. If you're...
Well, now the Skyhawk defense needs to focus on keeping them out of the end zone, forcing a field goal attempt.
Atlanta.
And unfortunately, Atlanta will be able to burn a lot of clock off here along the way, unless Carolina uses their teams.
Atlanta hasn't beaten Carolina in this series. They played 11 total times. It's all the way back in season 16, week 6.
Really? It's a toss sweep.
Carolina's won the last 2 matchups, and Jason Williams gets the first down.
Yeah, you know.
No, get 6 yards.
6 yards, yeah. Try and keep up. You know, the lead and the ball late in the 4th quarter, if you can close it out, you deserve to win. If you can't, you should be nervous, and Atlanta's doing so far what they need to do, Colin, to win this game.
The man they call Williams. He's been with Fort Worth. He was with Sioux Falls. Now he's here in Atlanta. Hollywood gets the ball, and it sets up a 3rd and 2, which we will see on the other side of the 2-minute warning. Posey and on the tackle, number 97. Let's go
to Cameron Irvine for a game update.
Thank you, Colin. Rick, over in Charleston, the Jacksonville Kings are trying to mount a comeback, toss out the Sanders. Both Sanders and Vicarian have rushing touchdowns today, and Charleston has a slim 17-14 lead over Jacksonville late in the 3rd. Back to you.
Oh, my goodness.
Thanks, Cam. Yeah, that one's interesting as well. Back here in Carolina, Atlanta trying to get another first down to close this out, and they do.
It's Hollywood, the Hall of Famer, comes in clutchily, 1st and goal just past the 10, and Carolina starts to burn their timeouts.
The processional of timeouts now, dressed in black, will be on display for us. Again, Carolina will do themselves a favor, hold them to a field goal attempt. There's going to be less and less time.
There's Hollywood again. This time he hung up behind his blocker, still manages to advance close to the 5-yard line. This is an Atlanta Swarm team that started 0-4 a year ago.
Get out, really?
And this is the 10th play of this drive currently. As we get a bunch to the bottom with 2 tight ends close. They give up the middle of Hollywood. Oh, he doesn't get in, but it'll still be 3rd and goal, and Carolina will be forced to burn their final timeout.
So close. So close. Oh my goodness.
Carolina started 0-1.
The seal of the deal was right there, and Carolina holds them off. Desperately trying to force the field goal here.
Here's Dynasty. Staring at a goal line defense. Give to Williams. He doesn't get it.
Oh, are we going to see a challenge flag? It looked like he may have broke the plane.
No, it's Hollywood rather.
Yeah, looks like he may have housed it, but
No,
Nope.
Sammy Steele will come on for the field goal attempt. Shervon Prasad met him at the goal line as he tried to make the dive.
yeah. Here we go.
17-yard field goal attempt.
Gonna let that play clock run all the way down. Those linemen are breathing heavy right about now. Let's hope they don't jump.
Or fall over in their stances.
Pass out. Oh!
And the field goal is good with 65 seconds left. That was a 12-play, 64-yard drive, taking up 3 minutes and 33 seconds.
Well, like that scene in the Blues Brothers, Carolina's going to get the ball with a fair distance to cover with about a minute to go and no timeouts.
Let's see what they do on the return.
Oh, he's going to take it back. Okay.
He's going to take it out up the middle. Chase Earl to the 28 still. 61 seconds left now.
Yeah, is the 4 seconds they burned worth the 4 extra yards they got on the spot? Or is it a 20 in this build? I don't know what a touchback is. Somebody
The ball comes out to the 20.
All right, so yeah, then they got what, 14 or 8 extra yards for 4 seconds. That's probably a good trade.
So look at the team stats. Carolina creeping ever closer.
Look how even it is, generally speaking, especially halfway through the second when it was so lopsided. Look at this.
Snap down the middle to Curtis. The ball is up over the 50. They got to hurry now. And with that catch, Curtis is over the century mark. He's officially at 108. They're going to run a play south. Bottom side incomplete. Clock stopped at 45 seconds.
Well, that's probably a good incompletion because it was going to get tackled for a small gain, and the clock would have still run. And I'm surprised that was their hurry-up call, a short drop and a quick out. I guess maybe they're trying to get it closer to the sideline to stop the clock. But be that as it may, it's 2nd and 10 here.
Ball around midfield. South fires. He's got Quinteros at the 30. He's dragged down as we tick under 40 to go.
Oh, no.
And they'll run another play. Ooh,
Oh,
not
no.
the wisest decision as McBride loses 2.
Losing yards, and the clock is moving. Come on.
It's a double negative.
Got
South
that.
on the roll. Throws backside Curtis.
That's what
Down
they
to
should have
close
been
to
running.
10.
They got to spike it here.
They have to spike it.
Oh, 10 seconds. Come on. Always running a play.
They're going to run. No!
Oh, the same thing. No.
Oh, no.
Make it
And
stop.
Make it stop.
Oh, no. It's going to. Time's
Oh, no.
expiring.
Oh,
Oh,
clock runs
no.
out. Clock runs out.
Come
Carolina loses
Come
23-17.
Congratulations, Atlanta. You hang on. Nicely done, and commence the gnashing of teeth and rending of garments for the Carolina faithful as they botch the end of that drive, Colin.
We take a look at the stats, and thanks in part to that frantic drive, Carolina with the edge in total yards, TOP, fairly close, but the 14 points off of turnovers ultimately proved
Yeah,
to be one of the key differences. Hollywood, 100 yards rushing.
yeah, giving team extra possessions, especially with good field position.
Ike McBride, 7 catches, but Curtis also with 128 yards on 7 catches. Quantish 13 tackles.
Well, Atlanta just getting
2
the
picks.
job done, and impressing their will on Carolina in the first quarter, Colin, and then some trading punches and blows the rest of the way. Entertaining game if you're a fan of SFL football. Carolina, I think your players deserved a little bit better effort, game and play calling at the end there, but be that as it may, Atlanta comes out with a victory.
Well, it certainly got better for both teams. The Carolina Skyhawks will travel to the DC Dragons for their Week 3 matchup. Atlanta will come back home and take on the Los Angeles Lycans. That's your upcoming schedule. Thank you to our statisticians, Joshua Durr and Ike McBride, keeping track of the facts and figures for us. Cameron Irvine, executive producer extraordinaire wizard.
Yes, indeed.
And thank you all so much for watching. It's been a lot of fun. What a way to kick off our Saturday.
We'll say goodnight.
I'm Colin.
He's Rick. Yo.
Good night.